Certain women express their romantic interest in various ways, with some being overt and others more understated, leaving the average person confused about their intentions. Perhaps the woman you're attracted to chooses subtlety to prevent causing you any discomfort, or perhaps she's being direct. Still, you're interpreting it as a form of playing hard to get. Are you receiving any distinct indications from the woman who's captured your attention? In this video, we will go over 10 signs she is not into you and probably pities you. 1. Her dream guy is the opposite of you. It really hurts when you like a girl a lot, but she doesn't see you as someone she'd want to date. It's like you imagine one thing, but she's thinking something different. If she talks about her dream guy being rich, super tall, with long hair, and all muscular, and you're just average height, not that built, and doesn't make loads of money, that's a sign she's not really into you. She might be saying all this to push you away or make you stop bothering her, even if she's not being honest. Either way, it's probably best to get the hint and move on. Don't stress too much about it. 2. She calls you only when she needs something. Sometimes it can feel pretty bad when a girl only talks to you when she wants something. Maybe she needs help with stuff, like moving heavy furniture, or she wants you to get her free tickets to a concert. It's not cool if she's only reaching out when she needs stuff or has nothing else to do. It's like she's using you. If she was truly into you, she wouldn't just use you for favors. She probably knows that guys like to help out and be there when someone needs a hand, especially if it's a girl they like. But when you want to chat or hang out, she suddenly has excuses or is not interested. That's a clear sign she's probably not feeling the same way you do. It's not a great feeling, but knowing and moving on is better. 3. Lack of physical contact. You can kinda figure out if a girl is into you by how much she touches you. Like, even if it's just a little touch on your arm or something. If she's always reaching out and making those little touches, it's a good sign she's comfortable with you and likes you. But if you see that she never tries to touch you, not even a hug when saying bye, then it's probably a sign she's not feeling it. When someone's interested, they find reasons to touch you, like coming up with excuses just to be close. So pay attention to those playful touches. 4. She texts you dryly. You might be wondering why her texts to you seem boring and flat, while she's lively and chatty when you talk in person or with friends. Well, the thing is, if she's not putting any spark into her messages, it's a hint that she's not really into you. When she replies with those dull texts, it's not because she's excited to connect with you. It's more like she feels sorry or just replies out of habit. She might feel bad about not texting back, or maybe she's just the type who responds to everyone. So, don't think her texting means she's super interested. Her lack of energy in her messages shows she's not that into you. Sorry if it's not what you wanted to hear, but it's the real deal. 5. She never initiates. You might notice she's not really stepping up when taking the lead. She doesn't make plans, start conversations, text first, or suggest hanging out. She's not all that interested, and even if she is, it's not like you might think. If she really liked you, she'd be excited to chat and wouldn't mind being the one to initiate. But the only time she does take the first step is when she needs something from you. That's a solid sign that the feelings just aren't the same on both sides. 6. She doesn't remember anything about you. When a girl isn't interested, she doesn't care much about who you are. So, even if you've shared things about yourself, she likely wasn't paying attention or faking it because she didn't want to hurt your feelings. If she's not into you, she won't remember important details about you. For instance, if you mention that your favorite color is blue and that you run a business, she won't retain these facts. It's a clear sign that you're not making much of an impression on her. 7. She always makes excuses. Women sometimes struggle to say no because they don't want to hurt your feelings. This can either work in your favor or against it. If she frequently comes up with excuses to avoid spending time with you, it's a signal. It's not a clear rejection, but not a clear acceptance either. She's using these excuses to soften the truth that she's not into you. It's a way for her to avoid hurting your feelings. In such cases, she might not feel at ease with you asking her out, or she's uncomfortable rejecting someone she doesn't want to harm. 8. She always looks bored. So, you finally muster the courage to ask her out on a date. That's a positive step, right? Not necessarily. First dates hold promise, but they can quickly go sour. If she appears disinterested, arms crossed, or fidgets with her napkin, there's a chance this might be a pity date. She agreed to the date, perhaps because you were persistent, making her feel cornered into it. Or, it's possible she felt sorry for you and didn't want to outright reject you, so she gave it a shot. A pity date is when someone, a girl, or even a guy, goes on a date because they sense the other person is more interested, even if they don't share the same feelings. Instead of spending a dull evening alone, they say yes to the date as a way to pass the time, hoping you won't ask them out again. 9. It's always a group thing. Listen up. If you're consistently hanging out in a group setting, it's not really a proper date. Apart from the pity date scenario, another sign that a girl isn't into you is when she agrees to group dates. She adds friends to the mix to create a casual vibe. At times, this might indicate she's not at ease with the idea of a one-on-one date with you. 10. You always get introduced as a friend. There's a distinction between being introduced casually and being singled out as a friend. While a friend could include anyone she knows, that friend. Introduction, especially if it's awkward or accompanied by a giggle, might suggest you're in the friend zone for the moment, with the potential for things to evolve. This also indicates she's aware of your feelings for her. For now, this puts you in the friend zone unless you take some action. If you want to change this dynamic, you must switch up your approach. Otherwise, she'll likely continue seeing you solely as a friend. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. Hit the subscribe button and check out this video.